Okay, today I'm going to be talking about Maya. So Maya's a 14 or 13-year-old girl who just started middle school, is going through puberty, leans on her friends more than ever. Her parents think that she's becoming withdrawn from them. Um, just normal start of teenager stuff. She's also like really self-conscious. Her body's changing. She just started a new school. That can be really nerve-wracking. Like starting a new school and plus having like all the changes of like puberty and like growing and just everything. It's really scary. It seems really scary at the time, but once you're older, you kind of look back and you realize that wasn't so bad. Well, sometimes it depends on the person. But self-conscious emotions of pride and guilt are governed by personal responsibility. Um, like sometimes our self-conscious kind of tells us, "Oh my god, you look horrible today," or "Ew, what's that on your arms? Is that hair?" Um, and I feel like society also has an increase on that because, you know, we're taught that women can't have body hair, women have to shave, men shouldn't shave. We also have peer groups, so, Maya's become, like, leaning into her peers more than she is her parents, and that's because maybe Maya thinks that her friends can relate to her better, and, they're going through the same thing, so they kind of have another, like, point of view of what's happening, Like, I remember my friends being, like, my biggest support system when I was going through all these changes, and my mom. But Maya's mom could certainly help her by relating to her and helping her, in any way she can be, in any way she can. There's also things like peer acceptance going on, Like, do I fit in with this group, or do I fit in with this group, or I don't know where I fit in, and friendships can last for a really long time during the stage, and friends are sometimes the best people to lean on, especially when you need to relate to someone about what's going on with your body. She also says that she's really good at writing and likes to draw, but she's really bad at math and says that she's not smart enough. That's totally understandable. Sometimes people struggle with math. And that's totally okay. Like, some people get math really easily and some people don't. And that's totally understandable because math is hard. There's also to factor in like fears and anxieties of academic failure, peer rejection, social media. Especially like during puberty, there's hormonal growth happening. So like all your hormones are going crazy and all your emotions are hitting you all at once. And then like for girls, you start to grow, like you get taller, your hips get bigger, you get more fat. Excuse me. People can also have mixed feelings to what they're going through. Maybe they're mad about it, maybe they're angry, maybe they're confused or lost. I think Maya's definitely like leaning into her friends more and very like stressed out about what's happening and everything, especially like with starting like a new school. I think the best advice I could give to the parents of Maya is to sit down and have a conversation and just let her know that you guys are there for her, and if she wants to talk, you're always there. Um, like Maya just really needs some Maya needs to feel supported. Also, according to my slides, girls do better with earlier development in their left hemisphere, more verbal stimulation. Language arts considered feminine. Boys are poor in writing. So this is saying that like boys, society says that boys are better at math. That's not always the case because of course girls are good at math too. But sometimes girls struggle with math and numbers. And I mean, we're really late to get diagnosed with any like learning disabilities or anything because we mask it so well. Also in middle school, there's a higher academic standard, less supportive teaching, learning environment. Erickson also said that Identity, defining who you are, your values, and your direction in life can be a really confusing time and a really stressful time because, you know, maybe you're not fully comfortable with who you are, or you know, the slides, I'm using my tablet here about the slides. The slides also says that there's a change in self-esteem. Maya could be having crush issues. She could be having an identity. She doesn't know her identity. She just doesn't know right now, and it can be really scary. And in some cultures, like, talking about these things are very taboo and should not be talked about. Like, when a woman gets her period, in some cultures she's considered unclean.